let's make up some new rules. Rule number 1, you post something and somebody replies that you're ugly. Somebody replies that you're a idiot and you don't know what you're talking about, that you're a clown, that you're this, that you're that. Why are we affected by that instead of, why don't we start deploying compassion and empathy for people that have anonymous accounts, consume your content, and then have time to leave negativity? When I see people shit on me, I feel bad for them. I don't have time to consume content of people that I admire, let alone people that I think are fuckfaces. I'm hoping that one person here who's crippled by negative feedback, and that's why she or he doesn't post, which I believe is actually a stunningly high percentage of this room because of the way they grew up, their self-esteem, a million different variables. I'm just trying to get somebody here to realize that that negativity actually should be something that you feel bad for the other person, not for you. I genuinely believe that, bro. I feel bad for them. Who's got time for nonsense? I don't know. Number 2, something I'm super proud of. My sister yesterday posted something. And I had this crazy trip when I spoke in Asia last year that I took my sister. My sister is wired very differently than me. I'm pure optimism and positivity. She's cynicism. She is, and she's grown up more insecure than me. And yesterday she posted something and it reminded me of something, and I'm glad she did because it's gonna inspire me to tell you this. I believe one of the biggest reasons that people in here don't post is because they're actually sitting with a secret or two and have real insecurities. And that secret is the jail of their life, and they don't want to put themselves out there because subconsciously or consciously, they realize that that thing will then come out. And I believe that that is the next thing I want to talk to you about, which is what I call the 8 Mile rule. How many people here have seen 8 Mile, the Eminem movie? What he does at the end of that movie is something I think about a lot. He goes into the final battle rap and he starts first and he takes a complete and utter shit on himself. Instead of dissing the other person, he spends the entire rap making fun of himself, leaving the other person nothing to say. I believe one of the breakthrough moments of this talk, by the way, I've gotten real practical about the way I speak. I'm hoping to get one person to do this tonight. If I can get one person to leave this conference right now, go to their car, take their iPhone, put on the lights, and make a video and say some shit that they've been keeping a secret for their whole life and put it out there, they would be blown away by a couple of things. Number 1, how little anybody gives a fuck. My friends, the high school zit rule, as I call it, all of us were scared shitless when we had a big fucking zit. We just didn't realize that when we went into school, they had their own zits. They had their own shit. We're so worried about our shit, like we're the center of the universe. You know what allows me to be super happy? Is I think I'm the best and I'm gonna achieve so much, and I know if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, that I'll trend on Twitter for a couple hours and you'll all move on your way. When you realize that you're great, or you're hungry, or you're trying, but you also realize you're nothing, when you can balance that, you're unstoppable. My friends, you're holding a secret. Thank you. You're holding a secret right now, all of you, because we all do, all of us. You're holding a secret that you will be stunned, that nobody gives a fuck about. You turn your phone, you tell the world X, Y, and Z, you will be stunned by the freedom that that opens up in your life, and more importantly, by how little. And by the way, if there was ever a time to put out your secrets, it's right now. There is so much shit going on that nobody cares that you didn't actually graduate college, or that you did this or you did that. Like, nobody gives a fuck. So, if I can get one of you, thank you, if I can get one of you, just one of you, to leave here, and by the way, if you do it, if you've got it in you, DM me, hit me up on Twitter, I will share it, I will absolutely share it. Go on there, put the video, and don't do some bullshit one because you want to get some awareness from me. Fuck you guys, I know how you roll. Don't make it up. I need some real ass shit. I need to see your auntie in there saying, oh fuck, I can't believe you did this. I will spend the next year to 3 years, and this is the first time I've shared this. A lot of you consume my content. I've never talked about what I just talked about. This thought of there's something you're holding in that you're scared will get exposed if you get too big, thus you're suppressing yourself. I will continue to add new things to my repertoire because I'm thinking about every single thing that is stopping you from actually posting every day, 50 times a day. One of the things that allows me to go so hard is I'm not scared. I'm 8 Mile. I am what I am. It's all been easy for me. Like, it is what it is. I'm living on the record. I have 25 people in my inbox and my DM. People have access to all my shit. I'm not worried. I'm not living in the shadows. And I don't want you either, because when you don't, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot easier. I think about this era in American history as 1 step back for 2 steps forward, because we had to deal with a lot of collective pain. Forget your political status or things of that nature. We are seeing so much of what we needed to see, and in that is such a great opportunity. I genuinely believe that. I think one thing that I am noticing already is people are at least challenging themselves to have a little bit more compassion and empathy. They're starting to understand some of the nuances. Right now we're still in a little bit of like holding our ground, but we're getting tired. You know, what's great about humans is we're grossly underrated. This is why we're still here. Deep down, we are very good collectively. And so I'm starting to see that, and in that, I hope that encourages you to realize everybody's got something. Everybody's got something. It's true. And so, whether it's you're insecure and the judgment of others stops you from making, and I'm hoping that I made you realize you shouldn't feel bad for you, you feel bad for them. Whether it's you got some sort of secret that you think is fucked up, but in the reality of things, it's okay. I mean, look, if you murdered somebody, you might want to keep that shit, but like, put it out there, let go, you will be blown away. That might be the unlock. Please take a look at what you're selling. I think a lot of you don't believe in it because a lot of it is based around you, and you know you haven't done that thing yet. You're just posturing. There's way too many people that still believe in fake it till you make it without realizing the internet changed that game. It was easy to fake it till you make it in the 1980s. Nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Now it's real hard because data's everywhere. And so I'd highly recommend you give that some thought. And finally this. If I could wish one thing for this room as a tactic that is completely left field, it is for you to go and donate some of your time to a retirement home. I've been talking a lot about it. I used to do it way back when. Thank you. I'm actually gonna do, I think we got, D-Rock, we got one scheduled for February, I think, right, for the vlog? So here's why I like it. I think there's an incredible opportunity for a lot of people in here to go and volunteer 8 hours of their time at their local retirement home, because I think spending time with people in their 90s, 80s, 100s that aren't your grandparents is an incredible perspective. I think what you'll learn if you spend time with them is regret is really scary. So much of who I am is the fact that in my early years as a kid, I would spend a lot of time with the grandparents of my friends. I was always drawn to the much older than me. In that, something triggered, and I kept building on that in my 20s, which is regret scares me. I've never seen anything that scares me as much as sitting with somebody in their 80s or 90s who spends all their time talking to me and not about, not what they did, but what they wish they did. And in that, there's something that I think can really work here, and here's what I mean by that. I believe that if everybody in this room had a better relationship with understanding time, they could be much happier. I feel like people are grossly impatient. I don't think that people that are 55 years old realize they have 20 more years of executing in a world where they grew up as kids and 55 seems so old and people were dying at a different age and retiring at a different age. I think if you actually saw regret up close and personal for one day, that a lot of the things that you're not doing, that it could scare you into doing it. I live a life already where people email me on a tactical level the regret that they wish they listened to me around this, that, or the other thing 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I am good at my craft, which means today I can tell you about TikTok and LinkedIn, and tomorrow might be something else. And if they all go off the face of the earth and it's all new stuff, I'll be great at that too, because my singular skill is what consumers do, the behavior of you, not the platform of the moment. I will spend probably the rest of my life trying to figure out how to unlock people to make, because communication is always the foundation of success. Your relationships with your loved ones, your employees, your customers, your audience is completely predicated on communication. It's true. It's true. And I have to figure out why you're not communicating. And I will, and I'll keep hacking until my last breath. But I implore you, please don't watch this exact talk in 7 years when I bring it up, because there's some new platform called Lipstick or Cloudface or Haha. And I talk about all the people that won on TikTok and LinkedIn. And by the way, if TikTok becomes Vine, let me remind everybody this. Vine had a year run, right? 1 year, right? But as you know, my friend, and everybody else here, hundreds of the people that built their fame, their awareness on Vine, went on to leverage that on Snap, and now are some of the biggest people on Instagram, and are some people, like, attention comes with you. My friends, the reason I build me, not anything else but me, not Instagram expert 49, not crypto guy 6, no, me, is because it comes with me. If all of these disappear, if they all disappear, if the government comes along and says they're all outlawed and now we're doing our own thing like China and there's one app, haha.com, when you sign up, you're gonna type in Garyvee to find me on that platform. It comes with you. And so, thank you. And so, please take advantage of the underpriced opportunities right now. Please figure out how to make content that's good for them, not for you. I come up here and I give a talk for this 45 minutes that's good for you, not good for me. You understand? That is what you need to do when you produce content.